All right, we are back with more coverage of Busan Haps issue number 5 launch party. We're talking to Mindy and Jefferson. Can you first tell us who you are, what you're doing here in Busan?
I'm Jefferson Lipsky, and I'm teaching at a Hagwon. I've been here for 6 months, and I write for Busan Haps.
Same here. Hi, my name is Mindy. I've been in Korea for about 2.5 years, but I'm new to Busan. I've been here since October, so working part-time as a teacher, writing, slinging drinks at the basement.
So why did you come to Busan, and how glad are you that you came to the best city in Korea?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I was already in the Gyeongsam-namdo area, and it was just an easy transition, so it was good to get out of Masan. Much more things happening.
I picked Busan because I'm from the Midwest, from Chicago, and until tonight it doesn't snow here much. But the snow doesn't stick here, so I love it. Very warm weather. Love Busan.
When you can handle the snow with an umbrella, you're doing okay.
Exactly. Or just a coat. The hood on my jacket does me very well.
So tell us about your piece in issue number 5.
I interviewed the Southbay, the band that's playing right now, and they're punk, but I'd say they're multifaceted. You can't put them in any kind of genre. They're punk mixed with ska, mixed with surfer rock, early 50s American rock and roll, oi punk, dirty punk. They're pretty hardcore as well.
So who are they, and how do they develop their sound?
Southbay, they've been playing together for a few years. I think all the musicians collectively have been playing for about 10 years. And they met at the PNU, the Crossroad, old...
Thinking of Moat?
Soul Train?
What was it? Soul Train, the old Soul Train. It's a different, venue these days, right? They jammed together at Soul Train, and now they've been together for 5 years. And they've turned into the Southbay, and they're trying to bring punk to Korea, because punk is a genre that they told me when I interviewed them that punk is not a genre that existed until recently, and they're trying to make it alive here in Korea.
Do you have a big background in covering music or music journalism? Or
Okay. Back home, I was into radio, commercial radio as a DJ, or college radio or community radio as a volunteer. And I think that the best way to bring good music to people is through the underground, through volunteering and not even getting paid for it. And bands like the Southbay or other bands that are similar to them, they're not going to get covered by mainstream media. And I'd say that I'm a big fan of music that's from the same thread as this band, and it's difficult to learn about music like this, but if you talk to the right people that know their music, then you will hear about music like this, and there's plenty of this going on in Busan.
What's your sense for the music scene in Busan and in Korea in general? How is it different from what you're used to?
Well, I think that what most Koreans are used to is K-pop, and what the exposure they get is K-pop, foreigners as well. And bands like this will give you more of the underground.
Well, no, I think that the thing that I've experienced as of late, it feels like there's this absence of subculture in Korea. I know that from a foreigner's perspective, from an outsider's perspective, this idea that there's definitely a mold that Koreans are supposed to be kind of on the conveyor belt. But it's happening up in Seoul, and it's been happening for longer. There are these subcultures emerging. There's a lot of things happening, primarily in film. I mean, they have an explosive film scene. They've got an amazing film festival in Busan, but they have one in Seoul that's been around for 36 years. So it exists there. I think that what's happening in Busan that's really exciting is the subculture is newer, but it has way more momentum. Everything is exploding right now. And I think that getting all these kind of different perspectives in on that. I think that with Busan Haps being as active as it is, and definitely Korea Bridge, things are really accessible. People are talking, connecting, and it's definitely getting that forward momentum that it deserves, and it's taking it to all new, more exciting places.
Is it kind of a convergent scene? I mean, do you feel like the foreign presence here has affected the Busan music scene?
Yes, I think that there's the two opening bands tonight were foreign. There was, I think, the guy was from Ireland, and the other girl, I'm not exactly sure where she's from, but I think with a city with 3 million people, there needs to be a scene, you know, and I think that bands like Southbay, and then bands like Lady Goodman, or bands like Poco Lombro, bands from other countries, or
the
bands,
audience is already built,
you know, yeah. I think with a city this large and the foreign population that's growing and growing and growing, you meet new people every day, that there needs to be a live music scene that will attract many, many people.
And I think that it's acknowledging it, and it's the foreign presence. I don't know if it's influencing it, because a lot of the things that are influencing them are already, they're established. A lot of their music is kind of influenced from 50s, 60s, 70s, things that are already there. But I think that when they are playing to crowds that are already aware of that, and they're open to it, and they're getting the encouragement to keep moving, and so that it's kind of the trickle-down effect of other people taking interest.
So Mindy, did you have anything in this issue, or are you working on anything for a future issue?
I've been working with Bobby on his online content. Right now we're getting ready to launch this big project. It's kind of crossing into different entities. There is this group called Busan's Biggest Loser, and they had a small run earlier, or sometime last year. We're getting ready to start the second run of it, and we're getting Busan Haps involved. We're getting a local gym, Korean Cartel, which is run by Korean Simon Kong, who is offering free training, and we're going to run it for 2 months, and we're going to keep weekly progress, and we're going to see how it goes. So
I would love to tune into that. If you guys produce any video or coverage, we'd be glad to feature.
Yeah, we haven't really explored the visual side of it, but definitely. So we're having our organizational meeting tomorrow, and we're going to run with it. So it's good to have that input.
So we're on the verge of the Year of the Tiger here. What's ahead for your Year of the Tiger? What's the forecast?
We're in the eye of the tiger, right here.
The eye of the tiger, like Rocky. I think that that Busan Haps will get much bigger, and I think that the music scene is going to grow. I think that Seoul is starting to get even more international music than it ever has before, and I think if they start to hit Busan as well, which, like I said, has a very large population, I think that it's going to keep growing and growing.
Well, and I think that the foreign population is changing in that, as a result of the recession being such a factor for people back home, people aren't as transient, and I think that's why this magazine and the website Korea Bridge is so critical, because people are actually starting to establish lives here. It's not the jump off point. So people want to feel, I did a story on the Ha Ha Hole, and Chris was saying that people here, he's been here 5-6 years, and people want to have some of the comforts of back home, and part of being comfortable in this new space, or being able to develop your hobbies and not feel like that's on hold, not feeling like this is something separate from the entire picture. So,
and the truth is, this is really a cool place to be. Creatively, professionally, financially, it's a good place to be. And
with definitely looking at Korea Bridge, all of the people who are looking for other people to participate in various activities that, when I was in Masan, I didn't see any of that. And I don't know if it was really even that popular 2 years ago, but people, they're really reaching out to each other, and Korea Bridge has really provided that opportunity. Busan is giving it the press, and is giving it, making the noise to, stimulate other people's interest, and even if they weren't before, they are definitely more open to trying out those various options.
Well, here's to life in Busan. Thanks very much. Have a great New Year, and we'll see you at issue number 6 launch party.
Thank you, Jeff.
Happy New Year.